Skylar, we were just hearing about a play that Malik made on like a fade route in practice this week. How would you describe what that was like?
It was a great play with the way that our corners are playing some stuff. We've been getting quite a few fade balls, which is giving us a lot of opportunities. For me, just kind of get a feel for where their positioning's at and throwing back shoulder or just throwing it up high and let Malik or Sebastian go up there and make a play. And they both have done a really good job. Sebastian made a really great catch too the other day over top of AJ. He's me mad I threw his name in there, but Sebastian made a great play. They've been doing a great job of going up and attacking the football on those fade routes. I mean, they're both really big guys, really athletic, wide frames, so something that they can be really good at. And Malik and Sebastian have done a great job.
Is this a system where you feel like you have a chance to throw guys open and anticipate throws more than maybe you have in the past?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just it's a feel thing, and just there's a lot more play action and under center, stuff that's going on that gives me a little bit more time to process what defense I'm getting post snap, and that's allowed me to anticipate kind of the windows that are forming. Knowing where my guys are going to be at and where my windows are going to be at on the field and timing my feet up with that, and just anticipating. I think that's the biggest step that I've made this year from spring and until now is just instead of just throwing to my guys, just throwing the spots on the field and letting them go and get the ball. And I think that's escalated my play a lot. And my receivers trust me. They know that I'm going to get the ball to where it needs to be and that they just got to fill and run through that window, And, we have hiccups here and there of, maybe, if they're running like a dig route, if they settle in one window too short and I'm seeing one more window over, it's just a communication thing of getting on the same page, and we've done a great job of that so far, and we just got to continue to get better.
What do you think of the offensive line right now?
They're doing a great job. I mean, our defense is doing a lot of good stuff. And especially this first part of camp, we're doing so much install. There's so much new stuff going in every single day. The past 3 practices are really the first time that we haven't really installed very much new offense or new schemes, and it seems like our defense every time I feel like we start to figure out what's going on. Our defense does something new and throws new pressure or something new against us, but they're starting to figure it out. And they're guys with a lot of experience. They've played since their redshirt freshman year, and they play well together. They're great guys. Some of my favorite guys on the team that interact with me, and I have great relationships with all of them, and we get along really well. And I think that we have great continuity within our huddle. I think it's just taking it to the next level. Of just being nasty up there. Being nasty and aggressive and setting the tone up front. I think that's going to be a big part of, especially the style of football that we're going to play. And they've done a great job of that, especially today. Today they were, talking a little trash and throwing guys around, and that's good. And our defense does the same stuff. We're so competitive out there. People are making plays. It's all, there's people are talking trash, but when we step off the field, everybody knows it's not anything personal. I think it says a lot about the maturity of our football team, and it just makes practice a lot of fun.
I know Chris Herron's been working some at receiver. What have you seen from him out there?
He's a really athletic guy, really athletic, has a lot of talent, moves well, and you can just tell he's just has the natural ability to really play anywhere on the field, honestly. And I think the coaches just realized that he could have a quicker impact at receiver at this given point in time. So they moved him to that for now, and he's done a great job. It's just for all the younger guys, it's just learning the playbook. We kind of had a head start with them and having a spring session before this. But for a lot of these guys, it's their first time going through the system and the playbook, and it's a challenging one. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of content, and a lot of minor adjustments to certain coverages and checks and all this. There's just a lot of stuff to know. So it's just going to be important for Chris to really just focus on that and just study and just focus on getting better every single day.
Some fans were
you to mastering this offense, you feel like?
I think mastering is a pretty bold word, just because I just feel like there's always more and more stuff that I can learn and get better at. I mean, I feel like my understanding of the offense has gotten progressively more and more better this time around installing from the spring, just because it's my second time through. and I've kind of been able to go up to the level 3, level 4 things as far as like who my offensive line, who's pulling for who's, blocking back on who, are we double teaming versus this front, like those types of things that I've been able to expand on and learn on. In spring, I was more worried about, okay, what's my footwork on this, where am I booting out? Like, it's just more advanced learning and that I've been able to do this fall, and it slowed the game down for me even more. And it allowed me to, get our offense in great plays whenever we're not in one, understanding who's blocking where and where our numbers are at. If we're short a guy, what do I want to run, away from that, or a certain pressure and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's something like new and more to learn every single day, and I think that's what I love about playing this position is you just can't get complacent. And as soon as you feel like you're starting to understand things and getting in the rhythm, like I said, the defense throws a whole new pressure at me and blitzes the crap out of me, and it's like I'm back at square one trying to figure out how to protect myself and what to do. Like, it's just they do a great job of changing up the looks and putting pressure on us, and it's going to it's going to prepare us for the season, because what our defense is doing scheme-wise is really difficult, and they do a lot of good stuff that's challenging us.
Two more guys.
Some fans were shocked, I guess, when they found out how close Nick is in the QB2 battle. But you being there every day, kind of seeing him, how unshocked were you, I guess?
I wasn't shocked at all, because I'm up here every single day in the summer, working, watching film, doing all the little things, and Nick Oss is there every time. He puts more time and effort into this than anybody on our football team. And he takes it really serious. You can tell he cares. He cares a lot about this football team and wants us to be successful. He wants to be successful, and he's really embraced the opportunity that he has been given, and he's really pushed John. I think John's noticed that Nick was pushing him, and it's made John better. They're making each other better, and I think what's so great about our quarterback room is it's so obviously competitive, but everybody's there to help one another. I will go out of my way to help everybody in that room to get better as they would for me as well. At the end of the day, we all have one common goal, and that's to win, and nobody's selfish in there. And I think that speaks a lot about the type of guys we have leading our football team, and it's just going to make them better. And I think Nick has done a great job. He's a great leader. He's smart. He plays with confidence, and he's just improved so much since he first gotten here. And anybody who's been around him since he's been here will tell you that. I mean, he's improved, and he's put on so much weight. I mean, he's a big kid, and does things the right way. And I think our football team has taken notice to that.
One more.
Are the running backs farther ahead than you thought they might be, given how new so many of them are?
Yeah, I would say you can tell that they have experience with Jordan and James, both being grad transfers and having in-game experience. When they stepped in here, like, they just picked up on the offense, quick. Even Jordan came in mid-July, and I was kind of afraid that it would take him a little bit to kind of pick up on things, but he was clicking and getting in there. He was meeting with Coach Anderson and getting that stuff down, and you can tell that when they run the ball, you can just tell that they've been there and they've had experience, which is great. Is great for us. And I think it says a lot about our coaching staff and the type of effort and guys they are with the recruiting, because at the end of last year when Alex said that he was leaving for the draft, we had Harry Trotter, and that was it. And now I feel like we have six running backs that are all capable of playing. And Joe Irving's a true freshman that we've pulled up that is absolutely just shook me as far as how well he's been running the ball. And he's as well has been picking up on the offense pretty well. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he can run like the wind, and he reads blocks really well. And when he puts his foot in the ground, he's getting out. And Harry Trotter's done the same way. He's had a great fall camp, and that's another guy that is going to do great things. I was working with him all summer. On the weekends, we would be going to Sandpit together and just talk about things we want to accomplish this year. And that kid is hungry, and you can tell all the work that he's put in this summer has paid off, with the way he's had a fall camp. And our whole running back crew together has done a great job. And I kind of heard James talking about, there'll be times we'll have three of them on the field at one time. And I think what's so special about them is none of them are selfish, and they understand that we're going to rotate running backs and everybody's going to get their touches. But whenever you get a touch, you know, make the most of your opportunity. And they do a great job of that, and it's just focusing on getting one day better every single day, and not being complacent. And those guys do a great job of that.